Yeah. So I was telling about IISc Bangalore. So this is the best science institute ever. So uh, the open day was conducted. Basically, we will have a huge number of events over there. Mainly, they will be discussing about the projects which were they were the research work which these people conduct, and they will also be having events like treasure hunt and quizzes. So I participated in data science quiz and I won the prize. So yeah, this is what I won. So uh, yeah, IISc was my dream institution. So I have huge respect for IISc, and whatever data science I have learned it from people who are from IISc. So yeah, you are in good hands, by the way. That's it. So let's get started about today's topics, which is nothing but prompt engineering. So yeah, so prompt engineering. How many of you have heard the name prompt or prompt engineering? Can you raise your hands or uh, unmute and speak? Yeah, who is this Naina? Yeah, please unmute yourself and speak. Okay, maybe too shy to speak. Yeah, prompt is the way in which we interact with LLM. LLM in simpler terms means the chat GPT. So how we create prompt, how we give input to the LLM largely decides the quality of output we will get from the LLM. And it's becoming more and more popular these days. And every now and then, we will have a research paper on these prompt engineering techniques. So, yeah. So it improves the accuracy of the output, and it reduces the cost to a large extent. I will let you know how, and then it will give you the better control over the output, how the AI generally behaves. So over here we have hundreds of prompt engineering techniques. We are going to look a few of them. So one of them is persona prompting. So in this persona prompting, you will make AI to do role playing of different professions, of different categories of people, and then ask it to respond in such a way. Okay, for example, here we have a nutritionist or professional fitness trainer persona, and we are asking LLM to design a diet plan for this uh, for a user. So you can just say you are a professional nutritionist and fitness coach, and I want you to prepare a meal plan for the week in order to lose weight. And you have to give it further details like currently my age is 26 and weight is 52 kgs. I am a male. Okay. So, yeah, it will uh, give you, yeah. So it has started asking few more questions like your activity level, your food preference, and then the target weight. So great way. GPT has improved a lot. I will discuss this prompting technique as now that it has come inbuilt inside GPT. So I will say my activity is normal to moderate and my food preferences are vegan and my target weight is 50 kgs. Okay. And I will say consider I will I would like to achieve this target in 2 months. So yeah, it has started breaking it down and it's giving us a proper output. So you can also play with it saying you are a comedian, whatever I say, you will crack a joke on my statement and provide funny answers. Okay. So now I will say I'm interested in physics. So yeah, it has started giving you a funny example. So even you can modify this persona as you are a confident coder. You are a professional coder who works on Python. Given any problem you would like to write code on this, you would write code to solve the problem. Yeah. So now I would say I have to sort the customers based on the purchase they have made in previous month. I have customer data as a dictionary with customer ID as key and last month purchase as value. So if I write this, then it will start generating the code. So in this way, you can utilize persona pattern for different things. This is basically AI doing the role play. and you can utilize it to full extent. Next prompt is zero shot prompting, um, which is nothing but it's pretty straightforward. Uh, it's like this. Classify the below text as positive or negative or neutral. Then I would say text as the food was amazing. And this is basically a restaurant review. So, oh, okay. AI hasn't forgotten the persona which we used previously. So we should be careful while using this. So let me start from fresh. So yeah, so over here it gave us the output as the food was amazing is positive. So this was zero shot prompting. It works well in many cases, but it fails if we need output in certain format. Let's say we like output in certain format as sentiment is positive or negative. So in such cases, what we do is we try to give LLM few examples in order for it to understand how the output format should be. So I will take this text and I will say sentiment as positive, and I will give one more example text. The ambience was not good. So, and the sentiment is negative. Now, I will say text colon food was okay-ish. So, yeah, it didn't recognize the pattern. So, I would go further and refine my prompt. I will use this thing, the input, and then the output, and then input and output, and oh yeah, it picked it up. So it's now giving you the correct way in which you need to get the sentiment. So this is very helpful when you're building some API keys, or you're building application using the API keys of ChatGPT or Gemini or Llama, and you are trying to output certain things to user. So it comes in handy during those times. And then comes the favorite chain of thought. So uh, this is nothing but your normal prompt, but with a small text added to it, which is nothing but please show your reasoning step by step. So this actually changes the whole game and gives you the step by step solution. This forces LLM to think through the solution and to give the answer. Basically, when you are trying to solve a complex problem or a mathematical problem, you should use chain of thought. It's recommended. But these days, the reasoning models are so powerful that DeepSeek R1 and GPT 4o, they incorporate it within them. But it's better practice to give this uh, uh, prompt of uh, chain of thought. So yeah, so you will be able to see that it breaks down the problem into different steps, and it works down to fetch the final answer. In this way, we can reduce hallucination of the LLM and make LLM answers more reliable. Any questions so far? Okay. Yeah. Next comes tree of thoughts prompting. This is nothing but an extension or modification of chain of thought. Over here, we will have multiple personas playing together to for a single problem to uh, get to a solution or conclusion using brainstorming methods. So over here, you can see a famous example which I have put out. So a company wants to increase its sales. What are possible strategies they could use? Evaluate pros and cons. So one persona will be acting in order to give answers for the pros, and another one will be talking about cons. And then we can say, come to conclusion in the end using the pros and cons. So this is nothing but a trees of thoughts. So over here we have one branch of price reduction. Over here we have certain set of pros and then certain set of cons. And another is product diversification. Over here we have pros and cons, and then market campaign and so on. So it evaluates all of this. It played two personas. One was pro and another was con. And then in the end, it evaluated both. So tree of thought prompting uh, comes into handy where you need to have multiple opinions. So you can make LLM to think uh, using different angles for the same problem. Actually, this can be efficiently implemented in AI agents where each AI agent will have a certain persona, and each agent will output their particular reasoning, and then a master agent will be there who will take input of all these agents and then decide. We will discuss it later in the course while building such projects. Next thing we have is React prompting. This is nothing but reasoning and acting. So let's say you are trying to solve a complex problem. After each step, you want to take a pause and then think whether that particular solution or that particular step made a sense or not. So in such scenarios, reasoning and acting helps a lot. So over here we have, you are a math tutor helping a student to solve a problem. The problem is a train travels 60 miles in 1.5 hours. What is the speed in miles per hour? Think step by step. After each step, check if student agrees before proceeding. So over here, after each step, you are trying to ask the user whether he understood or not. So if he didn't understood, it will try to tell the student again. So let's see this prompt in action. Okay, I would give no would you like to explain me in different way? Yeah. So it explained me in different way. Then I will say yes. Then it will start telling me uh, this is how the speed is calculated. So uh, I'm not getting why we are using miles instead of kilometer. Yeah, so it provided you the answer. So it first reasons something and then it waits for the user input and then it acts. Um, One more example for this is uh, you are a agent who gets the customer review and then classify them as positive, negative, or neutral. If the review was positive, then send out a thank you email. If review was negative, then send out a email asking for feedback on things which we can improve. If feedback was neutral, then don't send any email. So, oh, it started again copying the persona. So, I have to be careful. Okay, yeah. So, I would say review as food was, I would say class was amazing, learned a lot. So, yes, it had classified it as positive and then it is taking action of uh, writing thank you email. So, if I say review as class was boring, I slept off. It classified the sentiment as negative and it says it asks for feedback. So it reasoned and then it acted. So this is React prompting. If I say review as class was okay, neither bad nor good, then it classified it as neutral and no action was taken. Yeah, so that's it for today. If you want, this PPT will be uploaded to GitHub and the link will be shared by tomorrow before the class. That's it for today's class. If you have any doubt, then you can ask now.